So on here, we open up Microsoft Word to a blank document. You have your ribbon up here with all your tabs. What we're looking at is creating a label and mailings. You select the mailings, comes up with the mailings ribbon up here. Has envelopes, labels, mail merge. Mail merge is a whole different ball game. We can discuss that in a later video. Select labels, brings up a dialog box. Now in this dialog box, there's two tabs. There's an envelopes tab and a labels tab. If we're doing labels, obviously make sure the labels tab is selected. Now you can type in an address here and say, Mr. Fro, 123 Parkway Avenue, Anywhere, USA, 86753. And if this label is the label I want, which we'll discuss here in a minute, I just go to new document, boom, puts everything into that label. Nice and easy. So let's go back to our labels. We're going to create a whole new sheet. Go back to mailings, go back to labels, or I can print off a single label. Same thing, Mr. Fro, 1234 Parkway. We're not going to do the whole address. I wanted to print off a single label. That label just happens to be located in row 2, rows being horizontal, columns being the vertical. Column 2, and go to print, and it'll automatically print off that label in that particular row. But of course, make sure you have that label in your printer, because right now I clicked on printing it, and my printer is like 6 feet from me, and it's printing it on a blank sheet of paper. I didn't put the label in there. So going back to labels here, you can either put the address in there like that, in this address box, or you can come down here and select new document. But before we get the new document, let's talk about this options box. This options box shows several different labels. The label I use the most is this 5160. Now here it shows the different types of companies that are involved with it. Microsoft, 3M, Avery. Avery is the one I use the most. And of course, each one of these has hundreds of labels. If we scroll up to my 5160, 5160, you can see these are generic. These labels tend to be a little bit, so make sure you have the right number, because all three of these, 5159, 5160, 5161, 5162, all say address labels. The package of labels should come with a 4-digit number. Just select that number, especially Avery. 5160, it's a 1x63 label. Sheet size is 8.5 by 11. Then click OK. Of course, that's the label that already came up here generically, because that's the one I tend to always use. Again, you can type your address in here and create a whole new document, or you can type your address in here, select one label. If you're only printing off one label, make sure you know which row and which column that label is in, and then select print, and it'll automatically print off that label.